Hello there and welcome. This is Reda and you're watching a new episode of the Magic Latte. In this one, I'm going to be interviewing a woman that has marked the magic community, the worldwide magic community. It's Alexandra Duvivier. Please enjoy. Well, hello everyone. This is Reda, your host, and I am here with Alexandra Duvivier.
Hello,
Hi, Alexandra.
I didn't know we were going to do that in English, but let's do it in English.
Yes.
Okay, why not?
How are you doing?
Pretty fine. And you?
I'm doing great. It's hot. We're in Paris. I'm sweating like hell.
Yeah, but you know what? Finally, I will say, because
Yes,
we
that's
are
true.
in beginning of May. It's now or never.
Yes, exactly. Summer is coming.
Right.
Alexandra, a lot of the people in the magic community know you for many different things. If you were to introduce yourself in your own words, who is Alexandra Duvivier?
It's difficult to introduce oneself, but I am a magician. I'm just a magician. I won't stress the point that I am a female magician, which now it's very fashionable to say I'm a female magician.
Yeah.
I've been a magician for 35 years.
Wow.
And for 35 years, nobody told me, ooh, this is crazy. See, when I introduce myself to someone, I just say I'm an artist. And I can just test their curiosity.
Yeah.
With that. If they say, I say, what do you do for a living? I'm an artist. Okay, great. And they move on and don't ask any question. I know that they are not very curious. But what kind of artist are you? Magician. And now stars get into their eyes. Oh, this is great, and so on.
Yeah.
So what do? I do shows. This is my main thing. I love sharing my art with real audiences as well as magician, because I went to FISM as we chat just before.
Yes.
And the Double Fond is just a great playground to just show what I want to share with my audiences.
Exactly. So we're in Paris. In Paris, there's a theater that's called Le Double Fond, where lots of artists come. There was Luc Germain not so long ago. This is when you actually met, and I suggested that you come here on the podcast. And there's Peter Din, who's the vice president of FISM, who's also performing right now, currently on the Double Fond.
Sure.
And then you also work on Mayette, which is where we are at the moment, which is a fabulous magic shop. Mm-hmm.
This is, in fact, the oldest magic shop, 1808. Some historians have made some research. So 1808,
wow.
This is crazy,
Yeah.
Maybe Robert Houdin came here to buy some stuff. I don't know. Maybe.
That'd be crazy.
So yeah, I'm an artist. I also take care of the shop. I am also the headmaster of the school we have, because we have a school at the Double Fond, which is able to just give a diploma recognized by the Ministry of Labor. It's the first in France, but it's the first in the world. So I hope that we are just opening a little door so everybody will just do the same in every country, because for the recognition of magic, this is amazing and this is huge and this is needed.
Yeah. I have a question. You mentioned that you tell people that you're an artist, but there's few countries. This is a chat that I've had with so many magicians from every generation, but there's only few countries that consider magic to be an art form. And this is a struggle that we're having in France, actually, to make magic an art form. What's your stance on this? Do you consider magic to be fully an art form, or do you consider magic, like some magicians do tell me, I consider magic to be a mix of art form, but not an art form in itself?
I believe, like my dad before me, and at the same time, because my dad is still alive, that magic is an art. Why shouldn't it be? It's the queen of art. Close-up magic is the queen of art, because y a pas de filet. I don't know how you say that in English. There is no net.
There's no net.
There is no net. You're just in front of an audience, and if you fail, you fail. So you can't. So you have to be not good. You have to be great. Yeah. Because most of the time you are the first time of the audience.
Yes.
So you have a lot on your shoulder.
Right.
So I think of course it's an art, and I think it's a great art because it is fed by the other art. For instance, yesterday night I was doing my show.
Yeah.
And my last piece is on Moulin Rouge, the movie Moulin Rouge, which I just love. And I do a piece on Your Song, the theme. And I just do that, and people stood up because, I think that I was blown away by this movie. So I think that I can be fed by music, by the movies industry, by anything I want, by paintings, by everything which inspires me. So I think magic is an art, indeed.
Yeah. You talking about your shows, you said that you love performing, so I'm guessing this is the bit that you love the most out of
Ouais.
all the, yeah,
Sure.
you love performing.
Ouais, bien sûr.
Yeah, you
of
love
course.
every, I'm
I
guessing
love
every
everything
side of your
about my
business.
job because
Yeah.
you know I have the luxury, and I think it's a luxury
Yeah.
because it was a passion
It
at the
is.
beginning. You know,
Yeah.
I was 15 years old when I began, and it's a luxury to have a passion that becomes a job,
Yeah.
and that becomes your whole life. Because when I
Yes.
just do shopping, for instance, as a woman, I just don't shop. I shop for magic, regarding magic, thinking about magic,
Yeah.
for magic.
Yeah.
So I am completely into the. I am immersed totally.
Yes. That's completely brilliant. Not a lot of people have that chance, so yeah, it is.
I
It is
know,
great.
I know. So that's why I told you it's a luxury. But my dad, you know, is the first who had made this luxury alive because he built
Yeah.
the double fond for that.
Yeah.
Because he was fed up of doing table hopping 5 minutes each time,
Right, yeah.
and not being able to express himself for 1
Yeah.
hour and a half long.
Yeah, because you're a close-up magician. In your
And
show, you
parlor.
do close-up.
Yeah, I do close up because the double fond, let's face it, it's 50
Yes.
seats, so it's very small.
Yeah.
So it's more dedicated to close up and parlor.
Yeah.
But I am more parlor. The more the time goes on, I am more parlor. But you know, I was in last February, so February 2024. I don't know when it will be released. So I was in Chicago at the Rhapsody Theater performing a one-woman show
Okay.
of 1 hour and 20 minutes. On stage, it was 150 people, so I
Yeah.
had to be stage and not
Yeah.
close up,
Yeah.
and it was great.
Yeah.
And I was just speaking in English, and it was great because they love French. So
Yeah.
fortunately, I'm fortunate for that.
There's that premium when you speak French.
Was a little accent that we can't
yes,
cover because
yeah.
you know, even if we try to speak good, you know, you can't hide it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's, you know, I am close up, parlor, and stage for sure.
Interesting. This is a question, you know, I'm a close-up magician as well. A lot of people actually do close-up magic. And this is a question I'd love to ask close-up magicians. What's your most memorable heckle that you ever got?
What's a heckle?
Heckle is when somebody bothers your performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have so many, you know.
Yeah.
The heckler that I had to face when I began was to be a woman. Because when you go to do corporate,
Yeah.
90% of the audience is a guy.
It's mainly.
So when you arrive at a table, standing, they are sitting, they don't want to see any magic there. They are
Right.
thinking about something else. They have something in the back of their mind. So you have to be, you know, it builds your personality. That's the way, because I'm more positive person. So
Yes.
otherwise you just get rid of, you just give up and do something else.
Yeah.
Or I fought for that.
Yes.
And this is how I can just enter a table with only men are surrounding me, and
Yeah.
that's okay. But I have worked on that.
Right.
It was not given to me.
Yeah. And it's not something you get taught in magic books or.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Especially because there are so few women in magic that
Yes.
there are no. You know, David Stone's book on close-up magic is pretty good because table hopping.
Yeah.
You know, he talked about
It's
that.
the
But
real secrets of magic, right?
Exactly. That's a beautiful book. It's a great
Yeah.
book. Very useful for close-up guys.
Right.
But it's not from the point of view of a woman.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
face other things.
Yes.
And that's the most the biggest heckler I had to face, I
Oh,
think.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's well. Let's face it. The magic community is made mainly of men, so it is interesting to have the point of view of a female. Would you recommend like a work, like a book, a DVD from? Do you have from a woman, for instance, that was?
No, I don't, because there are so many inspiration. But my main inspiration
Yes.
was Lisa Mena. Lisa Mena, I saw her in 1988 at
Okay.
FISM in Den Haag.
Okay.
And I was just surprised in the positive way because she was doing close-up magic,
Okay.
quick change in the close-up situation, just going around someone and just doing a quick change, but
Okay.
in close-up conditions. She was doing card into the high heel, just stack the chosen card.
Yeah. Kind of like a card that's sword through card, but like
With the high
but
heel.
With the heel, yeah.
So, I thought that was brilliant. And I
Yeah.
was able finally to identify myself to a lady in magic because
Wow.
most of the time I just see my dad and
Yeah.
students and magicians, friends, artists,
Yeah.
but men.
Yes.
So it was most difficult to just say, oh, I'm going to be a lady in magic. And
Yeah.
when I saw Lisa Mena, I just had this click and said to myself, yeah, I can do that also too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The most important thing about Lisa Mena's magic is that she's smart. She was, and she's still beautiful, but she was not playing on that. And I thought to myself, yes, this is exactly what I want to do. Because the problem with some ladies in magic is that they just show.
Yeah.
If you see
Yeah.
with the subtitles that I don't see, but they show the skin, they show everything, because
Yeah.
lady in magic just think that showing the boobs, the butts, and so on
Yeah.
will avoid them from working harder. And for my experience, I don't know for the others, but for my experience, being a woman was just more work. And I loved it. I love it because thanks to that, I am right here where I am today,
Yeah.
50 years old. So, I don't regret anything. This is great. This is the school of life. Either you
side
accept
note-
it or you give up.
Yeah. Side note, I really hope I look as as good as you do when I'm 50 years old, because you look in shape, you look great.
Thank you very much.
And also I was going to ask you, when you started magic, how is it that you started magic?
But the thing is that my dad didn't push me into the magical world. He didn't want me to be a magician because he was a magician.
Right.
He wouldn't have stand that. He started helping me when he saw that I was hooked and that I have worked by myself.
Yeah.
Because I kept asking when I was little, more little than 15 years old, "God, show me a trick, show me a trick." And he never showed me a trick. And one day just gave me a book he wrote in the 70s.
Okay.
Very difficult book, where do you put the pinky?
Right.
It was just boring. And when he saw that I have worked on my own,
Yeah.
then he helped me. Then he showed me Penn Teller, Larry Jennings, Dingle, Ricky Jay, Rudy Kobe, all the greatest artists.
So mainly close-up cards.
No, that's what I was about to say. In close-up, but also on stage, because I
Okay.
saw David Copperfield, which was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
In the 80s, he was just... he was starting his career, and he was revolutionary. How do you say revolutionnaire?
Revolutionary.
Voilà, it was revolutionary. So it was great to see that. But no, not only close-up. That's very important to have. It's like the culture, the general knowledge. If you just look at, let's say, thriller movies.
Yeah.
Okay, you have knowledge in thriller movies. But what about the love story movies? What about the documentary? What about... So it's good to have a different, how do you say, un éventail?
Yeah, like a different range of
Voilà,
choices.
range.
Yeah.
A different range of culture. So it's exactly the same in magic. My dad did that for me.
Yeah.
And that's great.
But was there like a specific event that made that spark in you?
Yeah, it was FISM 88.
So
FISM,
your father
because
took you.
My dad was booked thanks to Richard Ross. Ross, FISM Act winner, a friend of my dad. Not at that moment, but they knew each other. So Richard Ross booked my dad to do a lecture and a show, and he took me to this FISM. Okay, great. And I saw my dad doing his famous cups and balls, appearing of the fourth cup. Everybody stood up. 700 people, and I said to myself, this is crazy. You can create such emotion with just a simple magic trick. I want to do that. That's the sparkle I had, the first one. And the second was Lisa Mena. Being able to see a lady in magic.
Lisa Mena, where is she from?
America.
She's from the US?
She's American,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And she has done a huge career in corporate business.
Right.
And she was able to just retire, buy an island. She was very successful.
Nice.
So that's a great example to follow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a question for you that I like to ask laymen, but also magicians. How do you define, very subjectively, not like how you define it from a dictionary, the expression magic trick?
What is a magic trick?
Yes, for you. Well, how do you define a magic trick?
You know what? Without being, comment tu dis, pompeuse.
High, yeah, like...
to think highly of myself.
Yes,
I try
not to sound sophisticated.
Voilà, like you say. I think there are no such things as magic tricks. They are just miracles. Because you are supposed, like I said previously, you are supposed to just, when it's the first time of someone, just to blow his mind, just to make him think magic differently.
Yes.
Because I don't know in other countries, but for America I know a little bit, but in France, when you say magic, they think children.
Right.
And they think, c'est un peu ringard, c'est un peu dated.
Yeah.
It's a little bit dated.
Yeah.
But thanks to people like Eric Antoine, who is just great because he just introduced theater into the art of magic, which were what we are doing in the double fond for years. But he is doing that to a different scale because he's doing big shows, big venues. Or,
side note,
thousands.
Eric Antoine is a French magician, comedy magician who had a breakthrough in the 2000s, early 2000s, I believe.
But he's still in because he has just finished his last one-man show in it was maybe 2020.
Yeah, and he's a famous, actually, public figure right now, not only in magic, but also in the public, in TV, etc.
So he made a lot of good things for magic, and I think, I think we have a big responsibility to just show tricks. You have to show tricks. You are not testing.
Yeah.
You have to show tricks that you have rehearsed.
Yeah.
You have to show tricks that you have written a script to, and that you have worked together to just show a finished piece of art.
Right.
Of course, I push the level very high, but I think that the more we work, the more you bring success to yourself.
Yes.
Also.
True.
So magic trick for me is something that bring you sparkles in the eyes.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's pretty cool. Another thing, yes. What's your favorite piece of magic to perform? What's your favorite routine that whenever you're like in front of somebody, you're gonna show them a magic trick? Oh, this is what I need to finish my set with.
Okay, I have many like this, but to open, I love Extreme Burn from Richard Saunders.
Yes.
It's great. To open, not to close.
Okay.
And to finish, I would say, but you have to come and see me at the Double Fond or around the world because I just perform it everywhere. My Moulin Rouge piece. I am the most, proud of it because it's really me. It's completely me. I just before doing the Moulin Rouge thing, I do the Gypsy Thread, another version of Gypsy Thread from a very great creator, and I just tell a piece of my life. I've seen the end of Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, F. Coluche, and Robin Williams, and it's a way to link the audience with me. And because they are different generation, one thing I'm going to say will connect with someone else, and these people in the back and so on. So I try to be wide, to be able to be understood, let's say, by
to connect
the most.
But
So Moulin Rouge, it's because I love this movie. I love the trick that belongs to the movie, and I think it's a good definition of me.
Nice. Great. 35 years into magic, how did it evolve? Did you always know that it was going to be a career, or? Yeah,
because you know what? Life is made of choices.
True.
So I've made the choice long time ago to just go into this field, and it was not to change when I was 25 or 30 or 35. No, I think I was made to do that because I had an artistic fiber to express in some way.
I'm gonna guess, because 35 years, a lot happened in 35 years, but I'm gonna guess that there were some moments where you had doubts, where you were like,
sure, always.
What made you always choose magic rather than something else? What keeps that fire in you?
You know, I have this luck also, a luxury and a luck, to have my dad in the field.
Yes.
And also because it can be also a drawback to have his dad or your mom into the same field. Mm-hmm. But my dad is my first and was my first fan. You know, when I was full of doubts, which happened a lot because I am full with doubts today again. Also, still. And my dad has always been my first fan and said, no, you can do that. So, for instance, you know, we start working together as a duo with my dad in 1999, and we still do duo shows together. Yeah. Last Friday we were together. Yeah. So, and it works well because we are complementary. There is a boy and a girl and a father, daughter. People love it, and we do things, you know, that nobody else can do because we do, you know, he does something with one hand of his and one hand of mine, and we do a trick with a mannequin. The mannequin does the trick, not me, not him, but the mannequin is doing. So we do things that are not usual.
Right.
And in 1999, we were doing our duo show, and he said, now, you know, you can do your one-woman show. And I said to him, no way, I can't do that. You know, I'm not able to do that. I would be so scared to do that. He just, okay, let's sit down. Let's see let's write. What do you have? What do you want to say? Okay. And he wrote me. He tailored me like a suit. This first one-woman show, and I've done it in 2001, and it was great. and I saw I was able to keep the stage by myself for 1 hour and a half. So yeah, I think that this is a luck, and if you can, this is an advice, if you can have someone you trust, really you trust, he's not complaisant. How would you say complaisant?
Pleasant. He's not just like, he's not, just, how do you say it? No.
Yeah, complaisant is a very nice word, because it's not, this is not because he is my dad that he say, everything you're going to do is great.
Yeah.
Not at all. My dad is a very rough and very harsh, not harsh, but very...
people pleaser. He's not a people pleaser.
C'est bien ça. Very good.
It's
Thank
the
you.
word.
I'm improving my English as well. That's great. So yeah, he's not a people pleaser. So when it was shit, he said that's shit. When it was good, he said that's good. So if you can have someone you trust and can guide you and say, I think you don't go in the good direction, you should, and can follow his advice, that's the best thing you can have, because being your own guide. Happen, and I mean it works for many people, but it can be also very dangerous because you don't have an outside view of what you really are worth it.
Yeah. That's pretty fun. So at that point in time, you were like, what? 35 minus 23 is 12 years. You were 12 years into magic, and that's when your dad pushed you.
Yeah,
that's great. And I believe you did some competitions then. None.
No, because first I didn't felt the envie, the need to do it.
Okay.
And second, how can you say that Picasso is better than Rembrandt? Or this is very, and you know what? I say that, but I will be a FISM judge at the end of May. FISM judging the close-up, so it's very, and for
FISM
me,
Europe, right?
FISM Europe, yes.
Yes.
In Turin, in Torino. So I love doing it, but it's still a very high responsibility, because how am I going to say you're better than this guy?
It's very subjective.
Very.
Yeah.
So I try to be very careful and fair.
Yeah.
But it's a tough thing.
Well, how do you think, this is something that very much interests me personally, and I hope interests a lot of people. So again, I'm getting back to that 35 years of experience in magic, which is gold mine for me. How did you see the magic world evolve throughout the 35 years? My question is, did you see a shift, or is it still the same? Is it still the same thing?
I saw, how do you say, un engouement?
Yeah, there's like there's people want. Yeah, it's. Un engouement is...
Comment tu dis? Je vais regarder si
we're gonna look it up.
Ouais, because I like to...
on translator.
Yeah, exactly. Parce que c'est important de voir ça. It's important to see engouement. Alors, craze. Does it translate?
Yes. There's a craze, there's there's more engagement.
Yeah, there are more engagements since, when my dad opened the Double Fond in 1988, magic was not fashion at all. Nobody cares about magic.
That's in France specifically, or is it on the planet?
I just speak in Paris, in France. I don't know for the other countries. Copperfield was a huge star already.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking in France.
Yeah.
We had only Majax as a star.
Jean Majax, he was
Majax,
famous in the TV.
So, and his TV special was called "Y a un truc." There's a trick. There is a trick, meaning there is a solution.
Yeah.
Which gives the audience the thing, I have to look for when you are doing a trick.
Yeah.
No.
The condition.
No, I want to just perform a trick or a miracle. I just don't you to think, how is it working? How is it done? I don't care about that. So that was difficult to just show that it can be an art.
Yes.
That it can be, you can go to the theater to see comedians, you can go and see singers, and you can go also and see some magicians on the stage.
Yes.
So yes, magic has made this progression years and decade long, because you had Harry Potter, who made a lot of good things for magic, because suddenly they say, we can try to do it for real. So people just came here and just tried to have things to do like Harry Potter like.
Okay, so pop culture influence.
Yeah, I think it's very good. And you know what? The more we'll talk about magic, the better it will be for the art. So, and Eric Antoine made a huge difference, because, finally they saw that, magic can be funny and not boring anymore. Great, okay. It's not for kids. Great. So mindsets were changing.
Yeah.
But it takes so much time.
Right.
But magic is doing that.
Right. And do you think that it's still going on the rise at the
Oh,
moment?
oui, bien sûr, of course. Why not? Of course. Even if Eric Antoine is not doing shows anymore, you
Yeah.
know, magic has been in the mind of people.
Yeah,
You know, we have a lot of people, and I had a 12 years old boy, and
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, I'm doing magic for a few years." So he's only 12.
Yeah.
He's doing a magic for a few years. How many years? 2 years, 3 years, not more, because he's not very
Yeah.
old. So how? You know, things are changing. So
Right.
that's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's evolving.
What do you think of the rise of magicians like David Blaine / Chris Angel / Dynamo? You know, these like TV, very like, they had a massive
Ouais.
impact. Do you think those had an impact on the evolution of magic?
Mais bien sûr, of course, everything matters. You know, the masked magician. I'm sure
Right,
that
yes.
I'm sure that the masked magician has also an impact on magic, because the
Yeah.
more we will see magic,
Yeah.
even if it's shown how it's
Right.
working, people will want to see magic live.
Right.
And that's the most important, because we will still be in the corporate business doing
Mm-hmm.
magic live. We will still be in the theaters doing magic live. So the more magic will be represented, the better
Right.
it will be for everybody, for all of us.
Right. But these.
Yeah, David Blaine did a huge thing, because the street magic
Yeah.
was great, because it was showing that it was not in theater anymore. You know,
Right.
it was like Robert Houdin in his time, in
Yes.
the 19th century. Robert Houdin just brought magic to an art form, because he
Right.
took the street performers. That was the contrary,
It was the
you see.
contrary, yeah.
It took the street performers, the cups and balls, and bring it to an art form, because
Yeah.
now he was dressed like en queue de pie, je sais pas, I don't know how you say it in English.
Yeah.
but
Sure.
tuxedo, the tuxedo of the time.
With the tail.
And yeah, exactly. But he was dressing like people were dressing in the time.
Yeah.
So he was not dressed fancy. After, all people like Channing Pollock or many people just dressed like Robert Houdin.
Yeah.
But in fact, Robert Houdin was very innovative, because he was dressing
Like the people of his time.
exactly. So yeah, David Blaine did a huge thing, a huge impact, and a huge good effect on magic, because it was just, you know, you are jeans,
Yeah.
tennis shoes, and you can do magic. Wow, that's great. You don't
Yeah.
need to be on the stage doing great things, big things, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Moving forward from David Blaine, like it's right now, how do you see the future of magic evolving? Because there's like lots of new things popping. There's social media, which had an impact. Maybe you see a difference between the first impact of social media and the current impact of social media. And how do you see it evolving in the future? And how do you see it impact, you know, the magic in general?
But I think that first, we didn't have the social media, but we had YouTube,
Yes.
which was basically the same thing.
It
And
was a
now-
social media, technically, because people could comment and you could communicate.
Exactly. So it's kind of the same thing. So now social media are a bit different. But the thing is that social media are making people just the hand, you know, it's the
Yeah.
hand, no face, no talking, music, and you just do something, oh, great, which looks great.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it live. Not
Yeah.
the same thing if it's live.
Absolutely.
But again, the more exposure there will be on magic, the better it will be. But sure, there are good and bad things. Like everywhere, if you tap on the net, you have good things and bad things. And it's the same thing for magic. So now we have to educate. When people come at the shop, we just try to tell them, you should begin by this and by that with a normal deck of cards, bring the technique, the basic technique, and go and move. So yeah, it's a work day by day.
Yeah.
But it's good, you know. I love social media because
Yeah.
again, it's a great exposure.
It is. It is.
Because you know it will bring people in the theaters anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they are okay, they are interested, they like to see that and scrolling never endlessly,
Yeah.
but still they will go to see someone live.
Yeah, obviously, because then they saw it, they're aware of it, and then they go
And
and,
they want
watch
to,
it.
okay, is it possible to do it live? Let's see, let's book.
It's kind of like advertising for like brands. They're like,
Mais
oh,
oui, bien
you've
sûr.
seen them on TV, and then, oh, I
Exactly.
want to buy it now.
Sure.
Consume
So
it.
I think it's great. This is not something that I know how to use perfectly because this is
Right.
not my generation, but still I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because it's a great, you should take it the way you just said it, advertising way.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. You mentioned, you know, you had 12-year-olds that come to the shop, and you recommend to them this is what you should start with, rather than YouTube, etc. What is a piece of magic, a book, a DVD, maybe even a gadget, a gimmick, or something that you think any magician right here, right now, in the planet should have their hands on to consume?
There are many, but the thing is that
I know it's a hard question.
Yeah, it's a tough question. Exactly. If you talk to Christian Grace, he has only a deck of cards. He doesn't need anything else.
Yeah.
If you talk to my dad, it will be the same. So many are like this. But you can I love gimmicks because mental photography is an amazing deck. If you take just a stupid deck, you can do some miracles.
Absolutely.
And let's face it, Dave Vernon, Dave Vernon has fooled. I think it was Charlie Miner with a force deck.
Yeah.
All alike cards. Well, but when it's done at the perfect moment, with the perfect guy, it's just powerful. So reducing to one thing, it's just a normal deck of cards. That's right.
A normal deck of cards.
Yeah, I have a normal deck of cards. You can do things with a normal deck of cards in the streets, everywhere.
What would you associate the deck of cards with? Like what book, what DVD, maybe?
Oh, so many. But
maybe a top three. I don't know. Like
top
whatever.
Three.
Yeah. There's no bad. There's no way to answer this.
Sure.
You can answer it the way you want.
We have released a series, so it's French, but it's translated in English. It's L'École de la Magie, School of Magic, for basic technique of cards.
Okay.
And it helped, again, a guy was there, I studied with you, and it was an adult, a grown-up.
Yeah.
I studied magic with your DVDs, they are great. Oh,
wow.
Lucky us. Because it's very difficult to just do a DVD that shows not everything, but main things that you can begin with. So this DVD, School of Magic of Cards, was just a good product because I think we have scripted it good because we wanted to share the basics so they can voler de leurs propres ailes, so they can work on their own afterwards. Yes. So that one is cool, but of course you have, if you want to have the real stuff of the base, the Ernaz Expert avec the card shuffle is the must.
Yes.
For sure. And also David Williamson, I think is a main influence. David Williamson, is amazing, that guy, because he has a quality of technique. He does that flawlessly. Yeah. And he's a huge worker, and when he's on stage, he's funnier than anybody else. Yeah. So Williamson Wonders was a great book.
Williamson Wonders.
Oh,
that's a book. Okay.
That's a great book. But I love Michael Weber, Lifesavers too.
Okay.
Which is not on cards. That's why it's very difficult to answer because I have many in stock in my mind. Yeah. Lifesavers is great because Michael Weber is just, he's here. If he would be here. He was looking at that and can do miracles with only the things on the table. Wow, that's great magic. So impromptu, which looks like impromptu. Impromptu magic is just very powerful too, and very difficult to learn. So that I love too. On another level, I love Learn Pigs and Fireproof Women of Ricky Jay, which is completely different theme because...
Can you say it again? Sorry, I missed it.
Learn Pigs and Fireproof Women from Ricky Jay.
Learn Pigs?
Learn Pigs and Fireproof Women.
Like the pigs?
Wait, pigs.
Yeah.
I do good pigs.
And
Fireproof Women.
Fireproof women, okay.
It's, different kind of arts into the magic field, like Georgia Wonder, who was, the strongest woman on earth. So just... make some research, you will see.
Well, I definitely will.
Yeah. But things like that, good enough?
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of them. There's Expert the Card Table. Forgot the first
Wonders,
one. Williamson Wonders.
The DVD we have made on the cards, but
yes, the encyclopedia of...
It's less known than the rest, of course, but it was good. We have good feedbacks about it, so we are happy because it's important to teach good magic. Yeah. And it's difficult because what are we going to say? This or that? No, more this or that. So we have to make choices again. But
yes, cool. I think we're arriving at the end of the episode, and this is something that I like to do every time at the end of each episode is ask the person that I'm doing the episode with to leave a message to literally any magician on the planet. What would be one sentence, one thing that you'd want to communicate to anyone?
I think there are three things very important in magic.
Yeah.
Work, work, work. Voilà. No, I think that we need to work and not to stay on the things we have mastered and to always move on. And this is difficult to go out of our comfort zone. Very difficult to do that.
Yeah.
But I am the first. I need to work on new material, new ideas. But time is flying, and you have a family, and you have many things to deal with.
Yeah.
But work. We need to work just to expose the best magic possible.
Great. That's great advice. Another question, because I'm so eager to get what's inside of your head. What would be a few magicians from this current era? We're in 2024. If there are few magicians that are we need to focus on what they're working on, what would be three magicians in the planet, not just in France?
No, of course. Ah là là, c'est difficult, hein? Very difficult because I have many in mind. But even if it's not a young magician, go and see Henry Evans. Henry Evans, Argentine. He's great.
Okay.
That guy, first, I love the guy. And I think it's important when you are an artist to be likable.
Yes.
But in a sincere way. Because, you can just pretend to be nice, but being an asshole backstage.
Yeah.
So Henry Evans is a great guy because he's nice, very nice. He loves magic, but he loves magic. And he does anything with a card. He's a FISM winner. He's a FISM Act winner. He's great. He's magic, and now he's more into the jazz magic. What is jazz magic?
Jazz magic?
Sure. Take a deck of cards, shuffle, take a card, and how is he going to find it? It's the trick that can't be explained of De Vernon.
Okay.
That's his field. I love it. Very smart, very fine, many good principles, but again, very nice, very adorable. So Henry Evans is a great guy. Difficult just to narrow to, but I have so many. I have Sean Farquhar. Sean Farquhar is just amazing because everything he touches is great and gold. So Sean Farquhar definitively. Again, Michael Weber. Michael Weber is a great thinker. If you want to improve your theatrical way of doing magic, he's the guy. David Williamson, just watch him on stage. He's just hilarious and so clever.
Yeah.
Chad Long, of course. Chad Long is an amazing guy. So skillful, but very fine, very clever.
Yeah.
Christian Grace. Watch his work.
Yeah.
Wow. Luc Germain, amazing.
Right.
Because now he's okay. I've done some mentalism. I'm going to go back to close-up magic. That guy knows how to do everything. And so it's a fine art. Yes, they are great. Who else? That's a great question. A German magician also, Helge Thun. You should follow that guy, or if you can interview him.
How do you spell it? Helge Thun? If you could put us in touch, I would gladly interview him.
It's HELGE, then Thun, THUNN.
Okay.
Helge Thun.
Like a tune, okay.
Very good mind. Great guy. Yeah, sure. I can give you his email address. No problem.
Yeah.
He's a great thinker.
And I was going to ask you, you mentioned a lot of great magicians, most of which I know, a few that I don't know, and I will definitely do the research. Is there a female magician maybe you'd put the spotlight on of our era?
Alors, oui, of course, I can.
Yeah.
Lately, Ana de Guzman has been very famous
Yes.
because she has done America's Got Talent. She just placed second, I think, or something like that. So
She was also in Blackpool this year.
Was she? Ah, great.
I believe she was. She did
I don't
a
know.
lecture.
I was in Chicago in February, so I was not in Blackpool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So sure, why not? But I will say someone who is less famous than her. You know, like Paige Thompson.
Okay. Yes.
You heard about her?
Yeah. I've seen her on social media, right? It's
Sure.
her that she practices on social media, right?
Oh,
And
maybe,
she,
I don't know. I don't, follow her, and so I don't have the time to
she
Google.
just pops in my feed, I think.
Okay,
like,
so that's cool. Paige Thompson, of
I think it's
course.
her.
Tiffany Sauvage.
Tiffany
She's
Sauvage?
American and French because she married a French guy.
Okay.
To be followed because she's doing the act of Georgia Wonder, and I've never seen, besides the book I've just mentioned earlier of Ricky Jay, Learned Pigs and Fireproof Women, I've never seen that act being done. And she's making this act reviving, and that's great because it's very strong.
Yes.
Both meaning of strong.
Yeah.
Who else? Let me think. Oh, I love Rachel Wax. Rachel Wax is great. She's very funny, very clever. She made the cover of Ginny.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she's great. She's a very
Nice.
to be followed. Of course, Juliana Chen. She's a masterpiece. She was the first Asian lady to win the first prize in FISM.
Okay.
She's great. But Lisa Mena is, my favorite because I
yeah.
studied, and she's.
Did she publish any works?
No, I don't think
No?
so. She's not into that magician. She goes to convention.
Yeah.
Because I think she was in Quebec there.
Oh, 2022?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. She goes. She likes the magician world, but she doesn't publish. I think she keeps it for herself. And which is pretty clever.
Unfortunate.
But she's doing something else. She's doing Cause to Wonder. Cause to Wonder is a cause she's going to Africa.
Okay.
To educate the guys there not to
Okay.
kill their wives, and she's just doing that. She can be killed because this
Right.
is
Yes.
the culture is not the same here over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's doing that, and I think it's just wow. It's very impressive. I am so. She's so inspirational.
Yeah.
So yeah, many female magicians I have.
There's
in
also a French one, Leah Kyle, maybe.
mind. Oh, Léa. No,
Yeah.
okay, you're right, Ada.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Léa Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Léa,
Everybody's a fan.
I
She's
hope-
awesome.
I hope,
Yeah.
and I think it was not fair that she didn't get a prize at FISM Quebec, because she has brought the art of quick change to another level. Because now it is not only, okay, I change dress,
Yeah.
I just do tricks with dress, and it
Yeah.
interact with, so it's really, encore, ça révolutionne l'art du quick change.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan, Léa. If you hear that, I'm a big fan. And I love your ideas. I love your... We were talking about hard worker. She's a hard worker because to be able to do that, it's amazing. Yeah, Léa Kyle is amazing. I forgot her, but yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's great. You remind me. I'm a fan.
My pleasure.
No, she's great.
Yeah. Her
That's
acts,
great.
I remember I've seen like a couple of clips like throughout the years, and you could see like that it evolved
But ouais,
throughout the years.
ouais,
She
she
is a hard
doesn't
worker.
stay on the set. She's evolving all the time.
Yeah.
That's great. C'est remarquable. Remarkable.
Yeah.
Remarkable. Yeah.
We've had a great 40-minute episode. I'm super
40 minutes
happy.
already? Wow,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. You said 30 to 40 minutes. I'm trying to get as much juice as I can. So thank you so much,
pretty
Alexandra.
fair. My pleasure, Ada. It's a real pleasure to share. Talking about passion is, we can talk forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have so many questions, but I think it's time to wrap it up. Thank you so much, Alexandra, for doing this.
My pleasure.
I've been Reda, your host. Bye-bye.
See you.